This is Shadowmaster with a brand new video. Today we're doing the Zarc thing. So last one we left off, Zarc went to jail, and so we're seeing how Zarc is. So Deku is now still split up into those emotions. So he is the person reunites them, all five of them, and then he says, "Where the heck is Zarc at, though?" And he says, "Oh, we split you up, though, into pieces, and then we took Zarc out." And he forgot to tell them that they made a great mistake, because now, he's gonna come back, and then he's gonna try to kill all of us. And he's telling them that he has the ability to steal quirks like me. And he looks through his cards, he sees all of them, every single one, and he remembers that when he gets split up, everything he wears, everything he has on him is copied. So he tells him that he now has every single card in my deck. So now they're doing the hero, they're doing that rescue thing. So now Deku's Chaku, and Bakugo's with Ida. So now they tell him to begin. So they're swapped. So Deku's on the villain side, but this time Deku actually gets to speak to Zarc telepathically and say, "I'm coming for you, Deku." And Zarc takes control of his mind, and then they don't realize that they swap spots now. So Deku's controlling Zarc's body, and Zarc's controlling Deku's body. So now they start fighting, and Zarc pulls out Arcane Force X-Ray and eats it, gets the tentacles, and then he says, "Move out of your way, you useless kill." And he steals Ochako's quirk. And then he summons those 4 dragons. And then he says, "Wait, didn't we take care of those 4 dragons?" And he said, "Only Zarc can summon both." But then Bakugo sees Deku, but he's now actually really, he has all that measured glisten in his gauntlet things. So now he says, "If you don't move, I'm gonna fire." And then he says, "Poor little Bakugo, useless piece of shit." And I saying, that's not Deku, that's Zarc. And Bakugo fights that gauntlet thing, and then he laughs though, cause he laughs when he tries to shoot it, and then Zarc's not damaged at all. And then he says, "I took me and Mizuku swap bodies. And guess what? I'm gonna steal your quirk, and everybody's in class Monday." And he attacks Bakugo in the head with Arcane Force, the Arcane Force head. And now he's stealing his quirk, and he did. And then Bakugo tries to use his quirk, but it doesn't work. He says, "Oh, Bakugo, I took your quirk, you piece of shit." And when he does, he actually flies up to the building with Blue Eyes White Dragon wing and says, "Oh, alright, you can see this right now when you failed as a teacher." So he throws in the air, and then he teleports in the air. Ground pounds him, and then Bakugo falls through 3 stories of buildings. He's bleeding out, and then Bakugo tells him to stop. And then Ida sees Deku, and then he tries to fight him, but he has no chance because he just summons one of his dragons. Let's say Starville Fusion Dragon. Now Starville Fusion Dragon just gets on Ida and just holds them and then Zarc steals Ia's quirk. So now he's getting Ochaka's talking to Deku's telling him to stop though, and then he starting to Fusion Dragon stops moving though, and he stops moving. And then he falls on the ground because Deku's taking control back, and then he says, "What the fuck happened? Where the hell am I?" And then like Zarc's in that police car and says, "Fuck, it didn't work." And then like there's why is Kaja on the ground? Why is Enya still controlled? Why is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon there? Wait, why is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon there? Wait a second. Wait, what the hell happened? Zarc took control again. Wait, what? How? He's in that police car. Wait a second, I remember. He told me he's gonna take control back. And like, so now they're still fighting though. And what happened? Deku gives everyone back their quirks though. But then before he does it, he actually, Bakugo tells him, "You try to do that again though or lose, I'll kill you." And that actually just like, starting from the Fusion Dragon, actually Deku's had his card now, all the copies of it. So then he says, "Well, let's try this again. All my friendly void dragons appear. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, On Ice Pendulum Dragon, and Darker Glowing Siege Dragon." And then, actually the, villains have actually, have a spider that's actually, that is surveilling, Zarc's car when he's in. So then, a portal opens on the floor when they're moving, and then the cop car is there, but like, somebody rips through the door and kills the cop, because nobody eats it. And then Zarc walks out there, out of the chains, and breaks them. Mostly he doesn't break them, he actually, Toga gets, a syringe and, stabs him with it, though. He's, asleep. So now, we're back with Deku, and then he's still fighting, Bakugo. And, Bakugo still has a quirk now, so he has the second gauntlet, and then, All Might tells him, if you use that second gauntlet, you're gonna get, your team's gonna get lost. And then he says, fine, so, he uses, starting Venom Fusion Dragon. Actually, yeah, starting Venom Fusion Dragon will actually just grab Bakugo, and then, Ida would try to, attack Deku, and, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon would just create a tornado, a small one to keep her in there. And then, he summons, he also gets, some scary things, let's say, yeah, he would get those, and then he says, Bakugo actually explodes, starting the fusion ring off of him by incinerating and burning up, and then Deku says, well, before going all out, I better summon my gods, and then they're saying, what? And, well, Ida, what do you know about the Egyptian gods? Wait a second, don't you mean Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and the Winged Dragon Ra? Yep, I have them right here. And he says, I'm not gonna use them against Bakugo, because everyone knows I'm just gonna win. And, Bakugo's so mad by this now, so he says, try to use your Egyptian gods, I'll just end you right there. And he says, sure, why not? So he only puts Slifer in there. And he actually puts Ra in there, and he says, he speaks the chant, O great beasts of the sky, please hear my cry, transform yourself to orb of light, bring me victory in this fight. The devil devour the desert with the glow, and bring my foes down. There's something, though. And then, Ra, a sphere comes down and like a chick, like a giant thing comes, and then like and he says blaze cannon, and then All Might tells them don't fire that or your team's gonna lose too, and then he says fine. So then Rock is just surprised he summoned a god, like actually has a god on his side now, and like Deku tells him that if Zarc takes control again, there's a spot on my neck that you can just like bop me on there. I'll actually knock out though. And he has the exact same spot though. So then he summons the second, third one. So Slifer is like, so there's like a thunderstorm in the city, and then a dragon comes out though, and then Obelisk comes. So like there's like a big earthquake, and then like Obelisk comes, and then time's up because almost time's up, and then he tells all three of them to attack. So Thunder Force, Blaze Cannon, and Fist of Fury, and then Bakugo actually he almost went. He didn't win, so they won. And then before the attack went through, All Might asked the people that are still watching us, who do you think's gonna win this? And then they say Deku, of course. And then All Might tells him, if you fire that blast, you're gonna kill Bakugo. He said, I'm not gonna kill him, I'm just gonna roast his skin. In like an evil way though. And then he just fires it, and then like Ochako tells him to stop, and then he actually stops the attack in midair. And then like time's up, so the building's like half destroyed now, and then like he actually has he has Time Wizard to reverse time on the building. And then like they go out, and then they're checking who won. So Deku's team of course won. And then they're asking, why do you think I'm choosing Ida as his part? Actually Deku as his part, because then they ask, and that person with the ability to create says, well, he went full villain, he destroyed that entire villain, hit all that stuff, and he summoned those gods, so, and then everyone's saying, Deku, why the heck are those things anyway? And he's asking, why you had to say that weird chant when you summoned one of those gods? And always says, class, settle down though, we still have to do more. So after all those are done, All Might tells him to go back to class 1A, and they do, and then everyone's, Bakugo asks him, did you really use all your full power? And he says, no. And he says, what? And he says, those are not even my strongest cards. Those are like 1% of my true power. Like in a meme way. And like, he is not furious because he didn't use his full power. And Mr. Aizawa sees this, and he uses when Bakugo's gonna attack him, Deku actually eat Arm Dragon level 7 to Arm Dragon level 7. So he's Arm Dragon level 7, so now he just gained the armor, and Bakugo stopped this attack, and then his armor went down, and then it's like now their time's up, so like Deku's team got, so now like now Mr. Aizawa tells them that they can go to the hero. There's a spot in the building where they can get cool gear though to help them. So Deku goes there, and mostly, Deku and, Deku and, Ochaka goes there. Sorry if I took so long. And they, like, go there, and they hear a loud explosion, and then the blast door, so that girl's on Deku, and then, like, he's staring at her boobs, and, like, she gets up, and like, he gets in, and then, like, he was asking, can you get me something that can actually, like, hold more cards, and she made, like, this thing, like, she made a headset that actually lets you, mostly, she made, a headset that actually you can feed yourself cards instantly, though. But then, they're talking a little bit, and then she asks, what's your quirk? And then he shows her it, and he can tell she likes machines. So then he turns his horned bite into ancient gear golem. And then he says, that's so cool. And then she looks at the gears and stuff, and, like, all the machine parts, and, like, she says, that's so cool. And can I study that, machine form of yours? And he says, sure. And, like, she looks at it, and then she's taking notes on it. But, like, it's time for lunch. So, like, she asks, do you want to spend lunch in here with me? And he says, yes. Ochaka's jealous now, and she said, I'll come too. And then she says, okay. So now, like, they're studying his ancient gear golem, and she asks him, do you have any more of those ancient gear golems? And he says, yeah, I have, like, multiple versions of them. So he summons Ancient Gear Beast, Ancient Gear Hydra, Ancient Gear Drill. He summons mostly the Ancient Gear family. And, like, she's so, like, surprised by this, but, like, Bakugo walks in there to get his gauntlets fixed. And, like, all of his, gear, things are looking at Bakugo. And, like, Bakugo saying, Deku, why the heck are these things looking at me anyway? Oh, they just really don't like you. I wonder why. And, like, Zarc takes control of one of those ancient gears, and he speaks through them, and he says, oh, Deku, you don't understand, do you? As long as I'm a part of you, I will always live, and nothing can cage me anyway. And now, I will kill you and steal all your gold. So, like, he's controlling Ancient Gear Golem. And then he tells all those other Ancient Gears to destroy Ancient Gear Golem. And then he does. And then, like, they're really not destroying it. It's just, like, disassembling by cutting off its arm, though. But, like, it'll actually just connect back. And then, he calls them all back in the cards. So then they do. And then, like, we're going to Zarc. So now Zarc is, like, stuck in a cage. And he's saying, why the heck am I in here? And then they're saying, well, you want revenge on Deku? And he says, yeah. And, like, eBay. Jeez, there's someone that Orange Dragon level 5 as this? That's just, Orange Dragon level 5 is so good. So now, they're now, Is Orange Dragon level 12? That must be fake or something. Cool. So, like, now, he is stuck in a cage, and he's asking, why the heck am I here? They tell him, well, you tried to kill one of us, so we're gonna, look at that collar in your neck. And he's trying to take it off, and then he's trying to search himself for the cards, and they ask, oh, those little things? Oh, we still have them. And he says, bring them to me or I'll kill you. And, like, now, and, like, Toga has the shocking collar thing to shock him, and like he shucks Toga shucks Zarc, and he's like getting really frustrated, and so like he's trying to bite the bars out, and then like it don't work, and then like it actually breaks one of his teeth though, and so this part is like she's now Deku is feeling how Zarc feels though, and like all his pain, because they're connected. So like if Zarc gets shocked a lot, Deku can feel it. So like Zarc's making him feel pain too. And like it's mostly nighttime, so everyone's asleep, and like Deku sees Zarc in his dream though, and he tells Deku to why did you let us split apart? And then he tells him, he says, well, you don't have the ability now to still quirks anymore. And like, I really didn't want that though. And he asks why you took control of my body. Because you continuously make me shut out to the light and stuff. And now, they can hear Toga speaking, and then she's actually in that cage where Zarc is though. And like, she starts stabbing him though. And he disappears out the dream, and then like, Zarc wakes up though and sees Toga stabbing him, and then he tries to grab her, but like when he was asleep, she stabbed him in the arm, and like he can't move now because it's like in the wall though, and like Shigaraki tells Toga to stop though, and then she does, and then like Zarc deals with pain, so he like gets his arm out of the knife though, and actually like breaks out the cage, and then like sees Toga, he's gonna kill her. So now his quirk's back though, but like he doesn't have any power, and he says, I'm not getting out here, so like he tries to, but there's a person that's Toga says that shocking thing, so Toga shocks him up, and then he starts screaming, and then he says, get this shit off of me though, and like she says, no, you're my pet, you filthy mutt, and like she's insulting him though, and like he's on the ground and stuff, and like All For One stands up, like he actually walks in the room and he sees Zarc getting shocked with lightning up, and he says, isn't that the guy you broke him out of that cop car? And he says, yeah. Oh, so he's the guy who said he was gonna steal all our quirks, huh? You know, these cards like connect to his quirk, and Toga has a card that isn't really Zarc's card, but she drew the card that had let's just say Toga tried to draw Deku, and she actually force feeds it to Zarc. He's on the ground getting struck by light, like shocking though, and like he creates a copy of Deku, and like he actually puts Deku in that copy, and then he tells Zarc telepathically the whatever you do, just act like a dummy though. And then he really said, why the heck am I here though? And they said, that stupid person force feeding me a stupid drawing of you. And then my ability copied it. So like Zarc can't technically like eat a card and then like turn into his ability. He actually just copies it. So now she hugs the clone of Deku, and he's creeped out by it, and then he's saying, oh great, not that stupid idiot again. He's always getting stupid love anyway. And Toga stops shocking Zarc, and like his wings he starts running out of there now, and then Shigaraki actually Shoryukens Zarc, and like he's now knocked out cold, and like the dummy of like, the clone of Deku is just standing there, and he knows he has the mind of Deku. And, like, mostly, he has the, Zarc has the dark gods, like, the sacred beast cards, and he has them in the box out, so that, Shigaraki tells Toga to bring that, tell him, here, we want to do tests on it, and she actually, like, puts some, like, actually a collar on him, too. So then, like, she starts dragging him by the head, like, actually the hair, though, and, like, he's trying to force her off, though, but it won't work, and then she uses that collar to shock Zarc and him. It's mostly doing nothing with Zarc, though, but, like, they put him in that stupid cage again, and, like, it's mostly day, so, like, Zarc's effect, the clone now disappears, and before the clone goes away, he says, adios, and I'm going to show you an image where he's saying adios, because he sticks up the middle finger, and you can't really see anything. He sticks up the middle finger, adios, and then calls Toga a crazy person, and then he wakes up, and then he wakes up, he goes to Class 1A, he sees, that gravity girl, Chaku, and she told him what he saw, and then she said, do you have a bad dream or something? And he said, no, that was actually not. Chaku's actually being tortured and stuff like that. And, like, doesn't he get this for, like, taking control of your body multiple times, though? Yeah, but, like, he doesn't really deserve this, though. And, like, he just said he wants to be whole again. And they don't know because, like, Zarc wakes up now, and, like, Toga's actually just staring at him, though, and, like, saying, just make me another copy of Deku. And, he's not gonna do that because he had just closing his mouth and not speaking at all. And then, like, she shocks him, but, like, it does stuff, though, but, like, he's not gonna say anything. And, like, All For One tells Toga to stop, and he does. She does, but, like, then, Toga tells him to take that stupid claw off the Zarc, and then she says, why? And then he just said, do you want your corpse taken away, you want to get killed? And she says, no. So then she does take off the collar, and Zarc punches Tega, or how you pronounce Toga, I don't know, actually, Toga, I think how you say it, sorry, it's like, no, and like, he's saying, why did you do that? And, like, we have a lot of things in common. You can take quirks away and, like, actually just give them back to the original owner. I have the ability to take quirks away too. And you just want to be whole. And he says, yeah. So then, they start training. Tega sees, that she's, on her bed. And she says, what happened to Dabi? And she said, well, you got beat the shit out of that clone of Deku, like Zarc. And, like, he's now speaking to All For One. And now, like, she's, visibly mad because she really just, like, did for torture and stuff, and now she can't get clones of Deku. And, like, so now they're doing the, now they're gonna do the, when they're going to that camp thing, and then they're on that bus, and Choco's talking to him and saying, "Do you feel Zarc though?" And like, he's trying to focus and like look through Zarc's mind, and like they got swapped again, and then like, Deku actually sees everything and like sees he's in the League of Villains, and he's not gonna say anything because he doesn't want to get like exposed and like stuff. And Zarc as his Deku's body, and then he's saying, "Yes, finally, be free and whole." And like, this lasts for like an hour until he gets off the bus, and then like, Deku tries to, Deku actually leaves, and nobody really cares because he's part of the League of Villains. He flies, and then he, because with the wings he has in the cards, so he remembers where they're going, so he does, and then everyone sees, Zarc body actually at the cabin. And then they're saying, "Zarc, how you got out though?" And he said, "I'm not Zarc, that's Zarc." And then like everyone's staring at Deku, and he said, "I'm not that guy." And saying, "Really? So what's your favorite card then?" Please, he said, "Please, Supreme King Dragon on Ice." And everyone stares at him, and they know that Deku's favorite card is actually, he has no favorites because they're all favorites in his image. And then he says, "Oh, poo." And then like, he eats a card really quickly, and like, that card was actually, the Sacred Beast, Jiraiya Lord of Searing Flames. Now, this one causes a volcano to erupt, and a big dragon comes out, and like, mostly, yeah, let's just scratch the idea of a dragon. Like, he tries to eat one, but like, somebody snatches out a hand though, and like, he's hauled to the ground, and then he asks, "Why did you do Zarc?" And he says, "I just want to be whole, and like, you just took that away without my permission." And that stupid Bakugo kid over there just tries to do everything right. And like, the Pussycats come and see this and say, "Kids, get off that guy." And he says, "No, this guy's evil." And like, they see Deku's body, Zarc's body, and then, the Wild Pussycats know that, now the person that can read minds reads his mind though, and, Zarc's actually just put into the lit chair, chained up, and like, they interrogate him though, and Zarc tells them that all their, that this dumb show here continuously not letting me show myself. You can even look through his cards though, there's a card of me though. And you can see it doesn't have an image. So they do, and it doesn't have an image. And he has never ever summoned me anyway. And Zarc actually shows a tear, and then like, in Deku's body, and then Deku's telling them that he's an evil person though, like evil. He actually tried to once take control of my body in the middle of the night. And like, he has multiple times tried to kill everybody. But like, Zarc's telling them that when he was still split up with Deku, he was taken to the stupid League of Villains. This one person continuously tortured him over and over. Just shocking him, kicking him, stabbing him though. Just only feeding him with bugs though. And like, everyone's horror though. And then like, Deku's actually feeling remorse for Zarc. And Zarc tells him that they're screwed because, you know, on Deku's back there's a tracker. And like, it's leading all of you to the League of Villains, and he starts laughing. And like, a Nomu comes out of nowhere, and like actually like destroys the cabin because they're in the cabin now, and like it grabs. It doesn't. Yeah, it grabs Deku's body and Zark's body, and like jumps in the air though. But like mostly Zark gets out his chains though, and like he grabs him. But like before the Noma could do that, the Wild Wild Pussycat person reads the Middle of the Night and like stops it, and like puts those two down, and then like Zark tries to run off though, but like Deku eats a card that has a freeze beam and like freezes legs, and like he doesn't get that far, and then like Zark's just crawling down like trying to get there, and then like they it's mostly night, and like they supposed to have been doing a cabin thing, but like they went to the cabin straight though and stuff, and then they when that person took that card away, one of the students, it was mostly Baku who took that card. Then he gave it back to Deku, and then Deku was surprised he was gonna eat Jiraiya Lord of Street Flames, and he tells everybody that if he ate that, we would be like, it would be lava everywhere though. He's gonna ask, how do you know this though? So like each time I go to sleep, I always like he always summons all his cards. But anytime he summons any of those three cards, that terrible things happen. So he summons ancient gear golems to keep Zark in his area though. And like they're speaking, saying what are we supposed to do with this guy? And well, I before they can say anything, they see Zark out of his chains and like take control of the three ancient gear golems, and like telling them to attack those students when he's running off. Now, one ancient gear golem is okay to fight. Three of them takes like half of the class, and like Deku said, I'm going after Zark, and like Buck goes after going after Zark, and Chaco's going after Zark too. So like they start running. They're in the forest, and Zark is running with Deku's body, and like Deku flies in the air with Zark's body, and like he wants to get his body back, so like he dives bomb for Zark. He actually successfully got him though, and then he yells, I got him. And like the ancient golems are defeated, and like Zark's actually like defeated and stuff. So like it's now nighttime, and like they hear a guy's voice, and like it's muscular, and it's on the League of Villains, like all of them, and they say, "Oh Zark, we're coming for you," and like Zark's terrified now because he knows what they'll do to him now. And he begs for Deku to save him though, and then Deku says, guys, let's just leave him. He can take himself. And like everyone agrees because he deserves this. And then like nobody that was stuck though, he just they actually read his mind, and like there was mostly nothing. And like a portal opened up and like dropped, like took the deck Nomu back. And like they're just walking away back to the school bus. They mostly want Zark though, and like that girl, he hears that girl's voice though. But Zark has his body back though with the wings, and Deku has his body back. And he tells him one thing though. Zark tells him one thing. You're a terrible person, you know that, right? And Zark starts crying though, and like he stops crying, and then he says, "Screw all of you! I can just kill everybody though." So he eats one of his god cards. Now he eats Deku's god card, the Winged Dragon Raw, and Deku says, "Hey, where the heck are my cards?" And he sees Zarc's eating the Winged Dragon Raw. Now Zarc has the opposite effect of Deku, so he will only print them, and he says a chant, and the Winged Dragon Raw comes, and he tells him to fire with Blaze Cannon, but then Deku tells Raw to stop, and then he does, and Zarc throws out the card of the Winged Dragon Raw, and it goes back from that card and comes to Deku, all of his cards, and he says, "You don't deserve anything, Zarc." And Toga's right behind him, and he sees her, and then he says, "Oh, hey, Zarc," and then he's scared, and she actually starts beating the crap out of him, and Deku has the ability to release Zarc and let him come back to the card, and she mostly actually just starts beating him up, stabbing him, and they mostly are gone now, so they start burning Zarc, stabbing him. Mostly most shooters actually repeat apart him though and stuff like that. But his card will always just force him to regenerate and stuff. And Deku says, "What's the right thing to do?" And then he says, "Yeah, because that guy's been a pain in the shit." And well, he the Winged Dragon Raw actually speaks to Deku's mind and says, "We need to talk." So he goes to sleep though, and he wakes up into this black void with the Winged Dragon Raw, for the Sky Dragon, Almost Tormentor. And he says, "Yeah, Raw, what is it though?" He says, "Your counterpart tried to summon me in though." And he said, "Yeah," and said, "Well, you know that's the wrong thing to do, to let him get killed over and over." And he said, "Yeah, but all this stuff." So Raw has lost faith in Deku because Raw's the strongest god though, and Raw told him that if anyone with an evil heart controls him, that he'll turn evil too. So that. So now Zarc's back at the League of Villains, but now All For One asks what happened, and then Toga says, "Oh, he ran off though and tried to escape." And Zarc tells them that's not what happened though. And he tells them that real truth, but they don't believe him. And then Toga actually shocks him again with that collar. And that guy with the ability to decay decays parts of Zarc's body. And he turns to Deku, actually transformed to Deku, because they can just do that, and because that's the way he normally looks, just with red eyes. And he's not so mad though at Deku for leaving him though. And now all of his cards are gone, but he remembers that he still has one card left though, with Arcana Force. Not Arcana, it's his Egyptian Guy card, his own copy of it. So then he eats it without nobody noticing though. And he says, "You're all screwed though." And then he mostly gets he gets started with a fusion dragon to save him, but that guy with the fire just burns up starting Venom, and after the fusion dragon tries to regenerate a lot, but like does nothing. And like Toga says, you try to move, you even try to do anything, we'll just burn you like that. And like he's been tested on, stabbed on, like everything though. And now he's like a mess of like, I'm just trying to switch up something that looks messed up. Should I switch this up? He will look like, I swear I have it, but like it's weird. And like it's weird, but like let's just say he looked like this now. And he really doesn't talk anymore though. And now he tries to speak to that guy's mind. And now he's saying, can you save me though? And he tells him, I'm not gonna save you, Zarc. And he asks him politely, is this please help me? And like he starts crying his head though. And Deku's feeling a little bit more stuff for him. And like he remembers all the stuff Zarc has done though. And like he still wants help, and so he tells everybody after class though that we need to save Zarc. And he says, why should we help that guy? He stole my quirk. He almost killed us all. Yeah, but the man's suffering though. Like you saw when he was crying though and stuff like that. I have never seen him cry in my life though. And like they say, okay, we'll help you, but we don't even know where the hell is he. And he tells them that he remembers when he swapped mind, when he swapped body, he has all the memories of Zarc. He knows where they took him, into a little bar like in what area. So they go there, and then they knock on the door, and like the villains say, who would that be though? And then like a door busts open, and then they see Deku, Bakugo, Ida, all the class 1A students, and like they all see him, and then they're saying, crap, it's those guys. And like Zarc seems a little happy he gets to see Izuku, mostly Deku, and like they see Zarc. They mostly don't see Zarc, but like you can hear them talking. And like All For One stands up there and he tells them that you guys should have came here alone. It's just all kids though, and like nobody else. And like now for one say Zarc come out though, and like he is burned up like that. And he has shoved like a lot of quirks into him though. And like Deku is saying that Zarc, we came to rescue you, and like All For One said, which one you wanna go to? Your friends or me? And like Zarc's just staying behind All For One though. And they say he already made his choice, so like why are you guys forcing him to do it? And like Deku has this card though, and he tries to recall him, and like it doesn't work. He tries it again, doesn't work. And like it really doesn't work because like he doesn't want to go back, so his card won't let him. And like let's see, and like he tells the Hornstar League of Villains to attack those kids and like capture them, and like all of them like are fighting him. Deku takes down the Nomu, but like the Nomu, he really doesn't take him down. He just like the Nomu got Deku. They mostly got everybody though, and like and now Zarc says, "Don't you want to be like? Don't you want to kill like Zuko?" Deku though, and then Shakes says yes, but like he's mind controlled, so now he gets his hand. He needs a card that is actually. Let me search up Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Let me search up those. It would show up, he would get mostly a scythe, like this one. I just wanted to find one. A scythe, and, like, he would, try to stab Deku. And then Ochako says, "Why would you do this, though?" And then he stops. He looks at Ochako, and then he doesn't want to attack Deku, and he drops the weapon. And he walks back to All For One, and then All For One says, "Go kill Deku," and he actually says no. And like Zarc really, he's still like he's been tortured, so he doesn't say that much, but he says no. And like he's now mostly he's now like screwed now. And like All For One say go kill Deku, and he says no. So then Shigaraki, he tells Shigaraki to kill Ochako, and then Zarc stops him by grabbing his scythe though, and like throwing it at Shigaraki and cutting off his arms. Mostly one of his arms, so like he has one arm left and his arm's bleeding out. And like All For One sees this, and then he gets his hand he concusses it like a wind, and like Zarc is on the wall though, and like he falls. Togo mostly has a syringe to Deku's face, and like she stabbed him and like sucked out some of his blood and stuff. So like all the pro heroes, Deku wrote a note on his door and said, "We're going after Zarc, and this is where we are." So like 10 minutes later, the pro heroes arrive almost close, but like All For One's kicking Zarc and saying, "You worthless piece of you're more useless than that wannabe anyway." So Zarc's scythe is still on the ground. So then he magnetizes it to him, but like a villain sees this, and somebody steps on it though, and like it doesn't work. So like Zarc sees a card on the ground, and guess which one is it? He sees his own card. Now he sees the dragon version of it. He sees one of his dragons, so he eats it. And then Starving Down Fusion Dragon's right behind All For One. And he gets his vine zone and actually rips off All For One's arm, but regenerates. And All For One's lost a limb, but regenerate, but he can't move now. And then Zarc says, "Do you want to know the one thing between me and Gazuku? Mostly Deku." And he says, what? He doesn't kill, but I do. So then he gets his scythe, and then they're telling him to not kill him because it's not the right thing a hero would do. And then Zarc would tell him that Deku hasn't been hero-like either. When his own first ever friend died, almost getting beat the crap out of and getting killed and stuff. So like, oh cool, they did make Element Hero. Element Heroes. That's so cool what they did. This is cool. Did they Element Hero? Why? That's cool. I like that. This is what they should do. Now, this is where Zarc stops though. He tells his dragon to just keep him there. And like Zarc tells them the villains this though. Either you guys die right here or I control all of you. And then like he kills all for one. And then like Toga is like surprised he kills him, and like they all stop though and ask him to not kill him, and like everyone's like go, and then he doesn't kill any of the villains, but he holds Toga by the neck and says, "Why are you continuously shocking me over and over? I can kill you right now." It's just for his life. So he drops her though, and then like he says, Deku, let's just go. And like he agrees on that and let's just go. But like Shigaraki's not pissed because he lost one of his arms. So then he tries to touch Deku, but he actually touched Zarc. And Zarc says wrong answer, so he gets his hand. He magnetizes the scythe though to him. And now, like, it's going to cut off Shigaraki's other arm. Now, technically, his quirk doesn't work anymore. And now he's on the ground, bleeding out. And then, like, Toga's following Zarc now. And everyone else is mostly following him. And, like, he tells him the right answer. And then that, what should we do with them? And then he tells them, well, I really can't stay here. And then he says, why, Zarc? And he says, well, I did technically kill like a lot of you guys and I shouldn't be wanted. So now I'm a villain, so he really just teleports everybody, all the villains, out of there. And then it's like mostly Zarc teleports all out of there. All Might didn't die in this What If. But now, 3 weeks later, now, All Might didn't tell Deku that Zarc is not a villain. And like, Toga is like, now dating Zarc. And everyone's scared of Zarc because they know that he can just kill any of them right now though. And like, he tells them we're gonna attack UA again, and then he says, are you sure? And the person that said, are you sure, is actually twice. And then he actually gets his scythe and actually just says, you wanna try that again though? And he says, no. And then like, and he says, good. So then they open a portal, and then they get to UA, and like he tells them to find that person that's with the machine parts though, and they do find it. Mostly Toga finds her though, and like another guy, and like a Nobu, and like they capture her, and like there's alerts though and stuff like that, but they all get out there really quickly so nobody knows. And like that guy with the T-Rex, he says they took her, and then they say, who took who? that person that always works on machines out, they took her. And then he says, who? And he says, your friend Zarc. And like, everyone say, Zarc? Didn't we? Oh yeah, I forgot he's a villain now. So now they're, Zarc's, captured her for like a good thing. Because he wants to build a machine to make him and Deku, like, recombine, but he's on top though, like controlling completely. So then she refuses, and then she shows him the backstory of how he was made though, and stuff. And like, Zarc starts crying though through the thing, but like, she shows him where Deku left him behind, and let him get stabbed and like tortured and stuff. And like, she sees how Deku's a douchebag now. And like, she says, sure, I'll help you build a thing. So like, they take ancient gear pieces from him, a lot of things, and like, they build a machine. But she actually built a machine to actually, yeah, she just built a machine to do it. And it's actually not, she tells him to build a machine though, and she does. And then they find her in like the woods, and like mostly all the pro heroes are there, Deku in the class 1A, and then Zarc has a cool cloak now, and like he says, oh, you're all here then, huh? Do you want to ask what this machine does? Well, guess what? Me and Deku are gonna refuse. And guess what? Us two are I'm gonna control next time. And this one, I will actually, I won't actually be left alone forever and eternity a card. But he will anyway. And like, he starts a machine, and it fires. And like, it's actually, the machine doesn't actually do anything, and it's just a dud. And he said, what the heck, it doesn't work. And like, she says, well, why do you think I really would let you do it though? And I think Cher's I don't know what her ability is, but like, somebody, Deku summoned a card that actually, like, he summoned Neospace Dromo, and he built a tunnel and grabbed her and stuff. And like, he's saying, no, this can't be it, no, this. And Toga actually, Toga says, you idiot, why do you even believe her? And like, Zarc says, who you calling an idiot anyway? I can just kill you instantly. And like, she knows this, and then she starts talking. And like, everyone stares at Zarc and says, you're just fucked up, man. I don't care anyway, I was stuck in a card. And like, so he starts, Bakugo tries to charge at him, he does. And Bakugo gets, he doesn't even do anything, he actually just drops his scythe and lets Bakugo punch him. But then like, he actually had, Kuribo, he ate him, so all damage would be just nothing. And like, he's actually on the floor now, and like, he eats a card that, lets him fly. He actually gets Supreme King Zarc. So like, red lightning starts striking down, and he says, well, I'll show you my true form. So then he shows it, and then like, everyone's staring at it, and like, he tells them all, well, villains, guess what? You have two options. Join the heroes and die, or join me, you will live. And everyone still chose to live, because they don't want to die, though. But like, nobody wants to die. So then he says, good option. So, like, he fires a beam that tracks all of them, and, like, everyone start running. But, like, Deku summons all 3 Egyptian gods. And, like, Slifer opens his second mouth to fire that purple ball. It, like, forces the beam to hold, though. And he tells Obelisk to throw him at Zarc, and he does that. And, like, he tells Ra to fire his blaze cannon. He does, so, like, Toga's fighting, Hochaku, and Chaku's saying, why are you helping Zarc? And he says, if I don't, I'll die, though. And then she says, you really don't have to listen to him. And stuff, and, like, all the villains stop fighting. And, like, they see Zarc's losing, so then they help, Deku fight Zarc and stuff. And then he's mostly now, like, All Might's there, and then he sees Zarc at his dragon form, and he says, dang, I can't defeat that. So, like, he used Texas Smash to create a tornado. And, like, Ra fires more blaze cannons, and Bako uses more explosives. He uses that big explosive thing to, like, fire and blind Zarc. And now, Twice is using Deku, Twice is adding to Deku's ability. So, like, there's many Ra's, though, and fight blaze cannons. And, like, Zarc Deku's, his outfits burn halfway, though, and then he says, screw you guys, I'm gonna do it, though. So then, he actually, loses, because Toga throws a knife at his head, and kills him, and, like, he turns into dust, and, like, this black aura ball thing goes back into its card. And then Deku reads the text on it and said, had a great time in real life, though, but it sucked anyway. Next time I'll come back stronger. And, like, everyone's, like, saying, what are we supposed to do now? And, like, all the villains say, well, we're not gonna stay here. But then, all the heroes say, sure. So then they go, and this is the end of the, it's really not the end of it, but, like, I just really don't want to do any more of this for a while. So, things here, and this is the end of this. I am getting new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like, when I do get them. I am going to, do my unpackings unit, though, and I'm getting the Winged Dragon Raw, so you guys will see it. This was a powerful card created by that rule over all this mystical. Now, this is the end of this What If episode, and I'll see you here, and don't become Zarc.